So Dewalt Tool just did something really cool, and I'm telling you, if you're a younger person or if you are somebody that has kids, you want to watch this video because I'll tell you, this is something that might help you and their future. So when I was younger, I worked in a few different trades. I worked in a steel mill. I was always trying to find my next path through life. And unfortunately in my area, the steel mill started closing out, the Pittsburgh, Youngstown area. Couldn't find a job anywhere, and I decided, well, I should go back to college. I ended up going back and getting a 4-year bachelor's degree in science. Environmental health and safety was my main thing I wanted to get into. So that's what I did. The problem was when I came out of college, I had a lot of debt. And anybody that goes to college, especially now, I couldn't even imagine what it costs to go to college. It's just outrageous. I think it's ridiculous. But being a health and safety, environmental engineer, manager, whatever you want to call it, there's a million different words for it. I worked with a lot of trades, a ton of trades, pipe fitters, electricians, mechanics, millwrights, just you name it. And they all really seemed to enjoy their jobs, and they made really good money doing those jobs. And it used to be years ago, even when I was in a mill, I remember if you wanted to be an apprentice, you had to know somebody just to get one of those jobs, to get into the trades. And today, my friends, that is not how it is. And if anything, you could see this article here by Erica Pandy. I don't know how to say your name, but you wrote a good article and it says the decline of the trades, and that's basically what's going on. Now, she titled her article Decline of the Trades. Man, is she correct. Let me just show you what we're talking about. So let's talk about just plumbing and electrician by themselves. It says here the application rate for technical jobs like plumbing and electrical dropped by 49% between 2020 and 2022. The type of demand that they're looking at here, the concrete masons topped the list at 904% growth in their industry, meaning that they need a lot of people to become masons, and there's just not that many people doing it. Electricians have risen 130% in demand. Plumbers are up 129%. And then you got carpenters up 121%. The skilled trade division of people ready skilled trades, meaning they're ready to go out and start working, running wire, doing what they do, found that the amount of skilled trade jobs is far outpacing the supply of qualified workers to fill them. There were 388,345 jobs posted for skilled trades related workers between May and June of last year, would have been 2022. A 50% increase from pre-CUF levels. The more sobering data here is that most positions remain unfilled for an average of 24 days. Now, just bear with me. I'll get to the Dewalt section, but I want people to understand that, when I came out of college and I was looking for a job in the environmental health and safety field like I wanted to be in, it was a nightmare trying to find that job. I either had to move 1,000 miles away from my family or pick up and uproot or settle for a job that was horrible. There were so many people coming out of that college and there was only maybe 5 positions. You had 300 people graduating. And on top of that, you had people that were already experienced in that field applying for those same jobs. It was just an absolute nightmare. But I'm reading this and I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, somebody that is close-knit with their family, they don't want to pick up and move, but they're looking for a job between $50,000 and $100,000 a year. If you get into the trade, you're going to be able to find something close to home. And it's supply and demand, right? So you're going to be able to find a job way easier. I mean, look at the listings that we just talked about, the vacancies. But you're thinking about the cost of school. So usually a trade, 2 years. This right here is where Dewalt steps it up. And I think it's really cool of them. Now, I'm going to read some of this to you, but I don't want you going anywhere because I'm going to help you out here. I'm telling you, just don't go anywhere, okay? Let me read this to you. Dewalt today announced the opening of its 5th annual Dewalt Trade Scholarship to support skilled trade and construction workers. This year, the program will award $200,000 in scholarships to 40 students across the USA. Now, a lot of people aren't going to know about this. If you're watching this video, though, you're going to share this out with somebody that you know that's younger, is thinking about getting into trades, and we're going to be able to help them. So this is for the US and Canada that are pursuing a trade degree or certificate at a 2-year college or vocational technical school. To support the need for skilled trade workers, Dewalt will reward $200,000 in scholarships to up to 40 students across the US and Canada. Scholarships will help support trade education in a variety of fields, including construction technology. I'll talk about all that. I'll talk about all the trades that they're focusing in on. The Dewalt Scholarship Program celebrates its 5th year. So they've been doing this for a little while. And it's smart on them because they're reinvesting in their future as well. What's going to happen? Think about this. You're asking, why would Dewalt do something like this? Well, if somebody goes to school and becomes an HVAC tech, electrician, plumber, whatever, they're going to use Dewalt tools because Dewalt helped them. So this is an annual scholarship program, and it's part of a larger $30 million commitment from Stanley Black & Decker to grow the trades by 2027, which is smart because then they sell more tools. As part of the environmental, social, and governance strategy, Stanley Black & Decker has heightened the focus on skilling, reskilling, and upskilling tradespeople who embody the company's purpose and are key to society. And I'll be honest with you, they're not asking for a lot here. So if you were to go to school, all they ask is that you get between a 2.0 to a 4.0 grade scale. 4.0 being like A, 2.0 is like a C. So they're not asking that you're an honor student or whatever. So even somebody that hates school, if you're able to go and pay attention a little bit and do what you need to do, you can be part of this. It's not that big of a deal. 2.0 to 4.0 is a very generous grading scale. Here's what they're focusing in on. Automotive technology. So you want to become a mechanic, aviation technology. So think of wind turbines, even, you can work on planes, is saying here from what I'm looking up, but a lot of turbines, engines, motors, carpentry, that's huge. Construction, that's huge. Diesel technology, electrical technology, fire science. So, if you don't want to go and some of these jobs are harder than others. Bricklaying is a very intense job. All jobs are intense, but, you're lifting brick all day, all that stuff. Fire science, you can go and be basically a safety person if you wanted to, or hell, you can go work for the fire department if you wanted to. Heavy equipment operation, that is a really good job. HVAC, machinery, manufacturing, pipe fitting, plumbing, welding. Now, what I think often, especially with my kids, is that, college is not what it used to be. It used to be you went to a 4-year college, you could pick your job. Now you're struggling to find a job that's even part of the career field that you've chosen. It's really become a nightmare. With this here, you have so many different opportunities, and to come out and make between, depending if you're a rookie, but between $50,000 and $100,000 once you get established in your trade, that is a really, really good wage. Now, again, stick with me. I'm going to show you, or I'm going to tell you how to get involved with this program. But let me just talk to you about why I think we're in this situation. Well, number one is, technology, has really come a long way, even from when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. I didn't know any better, and I always thought the route for me had to be in the steel mill. That's what everybody did. And you can see what happened to those jobs. They all went bye-bye. The other thing is, it's not an easy job. Not all of these jobs are easy. A lot of them are demanding. Sometimes you got to work out in the cold. Sometimes it's very hot outside. You got to work in strange conditions. But, looking at my kids today and saying, what are they going to do? I would love for my kids to be in the trades. And I'll tell you why. Not only could you go and work for somebody and stay close to home if you wanted to. You don't have to travel the country to find a job. You're making pretty good money. You're making really good money. Okay, number one. Number two is you don't have to work for somebody. Get a little bit of experience. You could put your time in on a job being an electrical guy, electrician. You could be a plumber. And then you can start your own business. And then the money just starts rolling in on you. You can go and do side jobs. I have an electrician that I share out with all my friends. References, referrals. That's a big, huge part of the game, right? I'm telling you, there is so much money to be made in these trades, and there's so many people that are not going into it. Now, I think there's a reason for that. Number one is because sometimes these jobs are not the cushy jobs. You have to be out in the cold. You have to be out in the heat. Some funky situations. You're underneath things. You're over top of things. Some of these jobs are not the easiest jobs in the world. It's manual labor. But I'll tell you another reason why. Even when I worked in steel mill, or, I did mechanic work or body work or whatever back in the day, I was the runt. I was the grunt. I was the greenhorn. I was the rookie. I was the person that everybody jumped on as soon as you walked into that mill. And I'll be honest with you, when I got my 10 years in, I was that person that would get on the rookies and jump. And it's just so stupid. A lot of people, they're already going to the job. They don't want to be harassed by people. They don't want to be, taunted by people or had to prove how tough they were, with the older guys and this. It was just an absolute nightmare. So I think a lot of younger people say, I don't want to deal with that, and I don't blame them. I just don't blame them, because I went through absolute hell when I was a rookie, right? And trying to come up, and I was just tortured by older guys, and then unfortunate situations arise where they don't taunt you anymore. But yeah, I'm just saying there's reasons why people don't get into the trades. But I think now, if any time, is a good time to get into the trades. I think the mindset has changed. I think today's way of thinking it's maybe not like it used to be. I think people just want to go do their job and go home and earn an honest living. And I think now the trades, I think that's the way to do it. There's so many opportunities out there. But let me show you how to get basically enrolled in here. I'm going to put a link in the description below. And all you have to do is click on this link, and it's going to take you to this page here. It's going to go to Dewalt Trades Scholarship. Dewalt Trades Scholar. I can't talk. Now, here's how you're going to be eligible. It says right here, applicants of the Dewalt Trades Scholarship must be a U.S. citizen of the United States or Canada, be high school seniors or graduates, or current post-secondary undergraduate students. So you have to have your high school GED, your graduation, whatever. So you have to have that. Plan to enroll or enroll in full-time undergraduate study at an accredited 2-year college for the entire upcoming academic year. So if you're younger, you have time for that. If you're somebody that's older, then that might not be the thing for you. But think of your nephews, your nieces, your sons, your daughters. Of course, you have to major in a trade, construction, industrial, motor, power sector, mechanics, or technology degree, certificate, which includes, we already talked about these. Here's all of the different things you can go for. All right, so here we go. This is why you got to do this fast. The link is in the description below. Only the first 1,000 applications submitted will be considered for scholarship evaluation, so get those in. So all you have to do, once you get to the bottom of the page, hit apply now. We'll click on that, and it's going to take you to this page. You're going to create a username and password. And then first time here, I'm a student, I'm a recommender. So I guess you can recommend somebody and fill out their information, like your kids if you wanted to, your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your cousins, whatever. But that's how you're going to do it. And that's it. So if you're interested, or if somebody is interested and you think that they could have a good career in the trades, listen, we have a lot of tradesmen and tradeswomen on this channel that leave comments, and a lot of them have their trade in, like electrician Ron and all the, they are proud of their trades. They are proud of what they do, and good for them. I would be as well. It's a fantastic opportunity to get into this now, because I'll tell you what, it's endless. It is an endless career opportunity, I believe, right now, in the world we're living in. So I want to know what you think. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, and share this out to anybody that you think might get involved with this. And good on Dewalt. Listen, this is an investment for them. People are going to come out, they're going to use their tools, and that's fine. But good for them, because we need more companies to do stuff like this. Everybody wins here. So I'll leave another video for you right here. Back more videos soon.